Well, freshman Congressman Tim Huelskamp is one of those Republican no votes, not because he feels the cuts were too deep, but precisely opposite. They were not deep enough. Congressman, I frankly expected more Republican no votes today with all the yapping I was hearing on the Hill last week. What happened?
Well, you expressed it right. It's not enough cuts. You know, we started at 100 billion, we ended up at 61, down to 38, and then the CBO said yesterday maybe nothing. And so not nearly enough. We got a long work to go, especially when we got a $1.6 trillion deficit. This is just a small portion of what has to be done very soon.
When you voted no, and of course your intentions were well known, you weren't hiding your displeasure. Any friction with the House leadership? Did anyone ever say, you know, you keep resisting us here, Congressman?
Well, that's certainly the case. And people ask me back home, what's it like up there? What's the difference? I think for the freshman class in general, there's a real sense of urgency that we've got to tackle our overspending problem. And a $38 billion cut or a $352 million is what CBO said. That's not enough. That's the same old thing out of Washington. They talk about massive cuts, and the end result is we still have a bigger deficit.
We should explain the CBO described it this way, that a lot of the cuts in reality were just savings that were passed along as cuts. Most of them, we can get into the particulars. So suffice to say, as you said, the cuts even here were not what they appeared to be. I'm wondering whether, when the debt ceiling issue comes up, Congressman, where you would stand. Would you raise it at the way things are right now?
I will raise it under one condition. I made it clear for over a month with a balanced budget amendment. I would consider voting for it. We've got to look forward to the future and find a way to avoid these type of foreign bailouts, and that's what it is. We're expecting a brand new infusion of money if we raise the debt ceiling, that someone's going to continue to give us money to continue to spend more than we're able to raise ourselves. So that's a real serious issue, and it's going to be a real tough battle, I think, for leadership to deliver the votes they need in order to raise that debt limit.
All right, so it sounds like we're set for another potential shutdown saga, right?
Well, it's our understanding that whatever day the White House says we're going to have a difficulty raising more money, that'll be the time where we probably have a few more weeks. So if it's a shutdown or not, whatever day they say, there's more time, because they have a lot of room in the Treasury to maneuver around. But the point is, sometime in the future, we're going to run out of max out that credit card. And that's a really symbolic of spending in the past. But myself and other freshmen and other conservatives say, hey, we don't want to do this again. Make certain that doesn't happen again. Give us a balanced budget amendment or real structural reform, and we'd consider the vote.
Congressman, we'll watch closely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, with